Buenos días. Vamos tomando nuestros asientos, por favor. Good morning. My name is Otto Chow. I am the secondary school principal at St. Augustine Preparatory School. It is an honor to welcome our board of directors, members of the Parents Association, faculty, and the families and friends of the class of 2026. I kindly ask all our guests to remain seated as we welcome the class of 2026. Please rise for our national anthem, followed by the prayer of invocation led by Father Isael da Silva.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo, bendito eres tú, Padre Santo, Dios de amor eterno, que nos permites en esta mañana participar de la alegría de estos jóvenes. Te damos gracias, Padre Santo, por tu amor hacia a cada uno de ellos, por la historia maravillosa que has hecho con ellos. Te pedimos que nos ayudes hoy a entrar en el agradecimiento, tener un corazón agradecido a las maravillas que has hecho en la vida de cada uno de ellos. Te pedimos también, Señor, un día poder participar todos juntos del festín eterno en el banquete celestial. Te lo pedimos por Jesucristo nuestro Señor.
Thank you, Father Isael, for leading us in prayer. Please be seated. I now invite our school headmaster, Mr. Jose Oyanguren, to the stage to address the class of 2026.
Dear Father Isael Silva, Mrs. Javier Hurtado, Vice President of our Parents Association, members of our advisory board, parents, guests, and dear seniors. Welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2026. This marks the 17th graduating class in our school's history. And today, these 46 students will soon join the 450 alumni who are part of our growing school family. This has been a very special year, the 25th year in the history of our school. It has been a year of looking back and remembering all sorts of wonderful moments. Most importantly, it has also been a year to give thanks to God for all the blessings we have received as a school community. I'm so happy and grateful to be here with you today. I stand here representing our entire school, your teachers, counselors, coaches, support staff, cafeteria staff, all of us who have had the privilege of seeing you growing up into the young men and women you are today. On their behalf, let me say thank you. Thank you for all you have done and contributed to our school community and to this second family that is St. Augustine. First, I would like to celebrate your exceptional academic achievements. You received a remarkable 243 acceptances into 89 universities all over the world. And you were offered $29.8 million in scholarships and financial aid. 30% of you were admitted into highly selective universities. These are the institutions with an admissions rate lower than 20%. As a class, you took 210 AP exams, and 12 of you are graduating with a College Board AP diploma, capstone diploma, or certificate, a clear indicator of the high academic achievement of this class. But your gifts extend far beyond the academics. You are a class of well-rounded students with a variety of talents. We have athletes from both our soccer teams and our volleyball team who have brought great pride to our school with their strong performances in multiple tournaments. We have artists whose works have impressed us in our annual art expos and have demonstrated true talent in various branches of art and design. We have musicians who delighted us at FinFest with their beautiful lyrical songs and passionate rancheras. We also have seniors who created the first ever senior mass choir. We have entrepreneurs who explore their talents in all sorts of ways. We have passionate debaters who represented us in national and international competitions like Model United Nations, and members of our knowledgeable team who represented us in the ASCA Knowledgeable competition. One very special characteristic of this class is the number of students who demonstrate a high level of commitment to their faith life. A good number of you have made the important discovery of cultivating your faith in community with others. The level of spiritual maturity and commitment that I have seen in you fills me with hope and gratitude. Finally, and very dear to my heart, I want to highlight your commitment to community service. Most of you participated all through the school years in our Todos a Servir campaign and led many of our service clubs with great enthusiasm and dedication. NICAEF, Antorcha, Conanca, Club Rama, Fides, Green Turn, Regalando Sonrisas, and Fin Friends were all enriched by your talents and hard work. For all of these achievements and contributions, I thank you in the name of the whole school. But now let me take this last opportunity to speak to you as your teacher and headmaster and share some thoughts that might help you as you move to the next stage in your lives. What we are doing here today can go by two names: commencement or graduation. I usually like to use the word commencement for this ceremony, which means beginning, and it looks to the future. Today, however, I will prefer graduation. Graduation means that you have reached the end of a process. It looks to the past. And today I want to ask you to look to your past and reflect on your time at school, at least on the last 4 years. During our last class together, I asked you if you had any regrets about your high school experience. One of you answered, "I regret not taking learning more seriously." As your teacher, I thought to myself, great, there's some real self-awareness here. And I told the student, well, try to do things differently in college. Each and every one of you has their own answer to this question. Regret is a powerful emotion, one that can take up a lot of space in our minds, hearts, and spirits. Do not run away from your regrets just because they cause you discomfort or pain. Facing your regrets is a powerful learning opportunity that will make you grow and become better human beings. In fact, I recently read about a reflection technique that focuses on regret, which I want to share with you today. It's called the resume of regrets. Yes, you heard me right. For the past 4 years, you have been concentrating on building up a traditional resume, filling it up with academic achievements, awards, extracurricular activities, all sorts of victories. Today, I'm suggesting that you take the time before you go to college to write up your resume of regrets. In this resume, you will try to include everything you feel went wrong in the last 4 years, your failures, mistakes, and missed opportunities. Think about all aspects of your life, not just your school life. Write down the specific item and put a date on it. When you do this exercise, you can also rely on our Catholic faith for some guidance. Every Sunday at Mass, we confess that we have sinned in our thoughts and in our words, in what we have done and what we have failed to do. When you sit down to write your resume of regrets, you can certainly include the sins of omission, the things you should have done but did not do. In the gospel, whenever Jesus gets very specific about what can cause a person to lose salvation, he does not single out any particular action or sin. Rather, he points to the failure to do the good that we are called to do, especially for those who are the least of his brothers and sisters, the sick, the poor, the excluded. In your case, maybe you regret not spending enough time with a grandparent, not getting to know your siblings as well as you would have liked. Or at school, maybe not reaching out to more of your classmates, or not taking a class because you were afraid of the challenge. As you grow older, I ask you to please become more aware of this source of regret, because it is more difficult to detect. Become more aware of this source of regret because it is more difficult to detect. Public sins, bad behavior, vices, addictions will be easy to detect. If not by you, by others who will point them out to you. But the sin of omission, the sin of indifference, the failure to care for and love others, that one can eat away your soul like an undetected cancer. Here is where that resume of regrets becomes a useful tool. The Harvard professor Arthur Brooks, a famous scholar in the field of happiness studies and a practicing Catholic, suggests that when we write our resume of regrets, we should leave 2 lines empty below each item. 1 month after writing the particular regret, we take another look at it and we ask ourselves, how do I feel about this now? It's very probable that time will have granted us a new perspective, and that what we felt a month ago to be devastatingly painful now feels different. At the very least, we realize we're still here, still able to change after what we thought may have been a complete tragedy. Use the first empty space to write down how you feel after that month. He recommends that after 3 months of writing the item on your resume, we go back to it and ask ourselves, did I learn anything from this? Am I living the same way now that I was living 3 months ago? What kinds of regrets do I keep accumulating? Are my regrets over things I do wrong, or are they regrets over things I failed to do? This written record of your regrets should become a sort of syllabus for personal growth for your future. Let your regrets become your teachers. In the last 4 years, you have spent a lot of energy and attention on your high school resume, presenting the most successful version of yourself to be sent to the colleges you were applying to. Today, I'm asking you to pay attention to a different sort of resume, a private, interior sort of record of those things you regret doing or not doing. But I have saved the best news for last. Neither of these resumes truly defines the meaning of your life. As my favorite college professor used to tell us, you are more than your resume. You are children of God, created out of love with a specific purpose to carry out in this life. The meaning of your life is to find out what this purpose is and to carry it out to the best of your ability. If you live your life doing this, one day you will be able to look back and see that you have lived a rich, fulfilling life and that you have no lasting regrets. This is what all of us here wish for you today. Dear seniors, our time together is coming to an end. In a few moments, when you receive your diploma and become our alumni, you become permanently a part of our school history, and our school becomes a permanent part of your history. We have taught you all that we could. We have walked alongside of you all these years as you grew into the young men and women you are today. Now, the best thing I can do for you is to ask God's blessing upon you as you leave our school to start a new stage of your life. I will use the oldest blessing in our scripture, a blessing that is still used for those about to embark on a journey. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and grant you peace. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oyanguden. For the first time, our school has the privilege of having 2 students who have earned the salutatorian award. Elena María Caldera Guerrero, and Fabio Santiago Gadea Alemán. This morning, we will hear from both salutatorians in the order of their choice. Please join me in welcoming Fabio Santiago Gadea Alemán to the stage.
Bueno. Buenos días a todos. Quisiera comenzar dándole gracias a Dios y a todas esas personas que están orgullosos de nosotros el día de hoy. Gracias a la Elena por compartir este logro conmigo. Gracias a nuestros profesores por tenernos paciencia, incluso cuando nos portábamos mal. Gracias a nuestros padres que nos apoyan incondicionalmente y a nuestro director, Mr. Enguren, gracias por darnos el honor de llamarlo tío. Quiero agradecer especialmente a la clase de 2026. Durante todos estos años hemos tenido una memoria inolvidable, incluso algunas que no quisiéramos que nuestros padres sepan. Y me acordaré de esa historia hasta que sea un viejo. ¿Cómo olvidar cuando me amenazaron por accidentalmente golpear a la Sofía con una bola de voleibol o cuando la Ana se encontró un gato en el skip? Durante esa aventura siempre estuve acompañado con las chavalas, pero por eso les quiero agradecer por ser un ejemplo de paciencia incondicional y fuerza de carácter, ya que no importa cuánto ruido hacíamos, los hombres siempre están ahí riéndose con nosotros. Especialmente quiero agradecer a la gatita por siempre estar presente y por hacer que nuestras salidas sean las mejores. A los caballeros, honestamente me da placer decir que amo a cada uno de ustedes y que los veo como hermanos. Todas esas risas, chistes y apoyo que me han dado me han hecho la persona que soy. Me da felicidad que todos los días salía del colegio con una sonrisa o con un recuerdo nuevo. ¿Cómo olvidar cuando él trató de salir de un Friday pagándole 20 pesos al profesor? Todas las veces que Pío y Richard no iban a clase por el examen de math. Aquel incidente que tuve con Jotita y mi papá en 5º grado. Todas las supuestas tutorías que le daba Ricardo. La vez que casi dejamos ciego a Santiago en mi casa. Todos los chismes que Fernando nos contaba en las mesas azules. Cuando Andrés se convirtió en el ángel durante el skip. O cuando Herman se quiso comparar con Marlon. También le quiero agradecer a Alfredo, Yanko, Chamo, Adrúbal, Ali, Sebastián, Nacho y Machi por hacer estos años en fútbol espectaculares. Y sé que a todos, aunque sea un poquito, nos va a hacer falta entrenar en ese sol de las 3 de la tarde. José y Vicente, aunque no se pudieron grabar con nosotros, siempre serán caballeros. Pero más allá de los chistes y las risas, lo que nos define como caballeros es ese sentimiento de hermandad que tenemos. Cuando me dijeron que iba a ser salutatorian, yo pude ver la cara de felicidad en cada uno. El premio no era para ustedes, pero estaban felices que su hermano estaba siendo exitoso. Eso nos hace especial. Siempre estamos listos para ayudarnos y nunca nos damos la espalda. Clase del 2026. Esta nueva etapa de nuestras vidas va a traer muchas experiencias que nos retarán. Es un hecho que vamos a extrañar en nuestras casas. Van a haber situaciones en las que nos sintamos solos o que no tengamos con quién hablar. Durante esos momentos, quiero que sepan que siempre va a haber alguien para ustedes. Pueden llamar a un caballero, a una gata, una Easter Cookie, una 3D o como se llame su grupo. El punto es que sus amigos siempre van a estar para ustedes. Tengan la certeza que tus amigos están pasando por algo similar y que ellos, como tu familia, nunca te van a negar una llamada. Habiendo dicho esto, les quiero dar un consejo que mi mamá me dio. Ella me dijo que el plan de Dios es una línea recta, pero Él te la tira en curva. No te preocupes si tu camino tiene 1000 curvas. Con determinación vas a poder lograr tu objetivo. Ahorita ese objetivo es ir a la universidad y graduarnos. No importa en qué universidad terminaste. Lo que realmente define tu éxito es el carácter que vas a construir en estos 4 años y cómo aprovechaste las oportunidades que te fueron brindadas. Nos tenemos que comprometer a estudiar, mantener una buena salud y no les voy a mentir, también hay que bacanalear un poco. Porque como dice mi papá, si vas a hacer algo, lo tenés que hacer bien. Entonces, cuando sea hora de estudiar, te tenés que asegurar de sacar buenas notas, pero cuando sea hora de salir, te tenés que asegurar de crear buenas memorias. Para terminar, quiero mandar saludos a mi familia. Los amo y nada de lo que he logrado puede haber sido posible sin ustedes. Mariana, te amo y gracias por siempre estar a mi lado. A mi hermano, Iván, Mari y Javi. Gracias por ser ese hombro que siempre me está apoyando y por darme todos sus consejos. A mi abuelo Arnoldo, gracias por enseñarme el valor de la familia, dando memorias inolvidables todos los sábados, especialmente cuando tenemos que escuchar a mi tío Carlos gritar. Y también gracias por prestarme tu casa para celebrar mi cumpleaños. A mi abuelo Fabio, gracias por enseñarme el valor de la educación y por siempre empujarme a hacer mi mayor esfuerzo. Mamá, gracias por todas las veces que me mimaste, por todas esas veces que movías tu agenda para irme a ver jugar fútbol y por todo lo demás que no me doy cuenta. Finalmente, gracias a mi papá por ser el mayor ejemplo para mí. Tal vez no siempre demuestre mi admiración por vos, pero si una persona fuese a preguntarme quién aspiro a ser en un futuro, la única persona que se me viene a la mente sos vos. Con esto me despido. A los seniors, espero que el futuro sea amable con nosotros. Los amo y como me dijo mi tía Leonie, Mr. Van Guren, tal vez no fuimos el año más exitoso, pero sin duda somos el año más carismático. Gracias y looking out.
Thank you, Fabio. Now, please join me in welcoming Elena Maria Caldera Guerrero to the stage.
Muy buenos días, miembros de la Junta Directiva, profesores, amigos, familiares y mis queridos compañeros de la clase 2026. Me presento ante ustedes con inmensa gratitud por este honor que comparto con Fabio. Fabio, gracias por hacer historia conmigo. ¿Quién podría imaginar que los mismos niños que se sentían orgullosos de su I Can Read Parade se sientan aquí, graduando de secundaria? Nos costó bastante. Después de muchas lágrimas, risas y detentions, aquí estamos. Ansiosos y emocionados por lo que el futuro nos guarda. Aunque estemos entusiasmados por dejar atrás este capítulo en nuestras vidas, los invito a recordar todo lo bueno de estos años. ¿Cómo olvidar los churros que fueron nuestro desayuno para la mitad de esta clase? Los community times que muchos usaron para platicar en vez de estudiar. ¿Y cómo olvidar las horas que pasamos aprendiendo el mayaya y el tululu? Creo que esa coreografía se quedará grabada para siempre en mi memoria. Yo sé que todos tenemos unos rincones del colegio que pertenecen a su corazón, ya sea las benches afuera de las aulas, las mesas de la cafetería, en el piso del pasillo o en el gym. Estos lugares, atados a recuerdos de travesura, amistad y convivencia, son invaluables. Al igual que estos lugares que me vieron crecer, no sé qué sería de mí sin todas las manos que me sostuvieron en mis caídas y me celebraron en mis victorias. Reconozco que estar aquí en el podio es tanto logro mío como logro de ellos. Misana, sé que como clase todos estaremos eternamente agradecidos por tu devoción a tus estudiantes. Has sido consejera, terapeuta, amiga y muchas veces nuestra llamada de emergencia. Mr. Chao, gracias por reavivar mi pasión a la biología. Mr. Van Guren, gracias por motivarme a analizar detalladamente las lecturas de la Biblia. Y gracias a todos los profesores por su increíble paciencia y labor. A todos los padres de familia, gracias por crecer con nosotros y por ayudarnos a florecer. Su sacrificio es la raíz de nuestra prosperidad. A mis propios padres, sangre de mi vida y fuente de mi fortaleza, les debo todo lo que soy. Mamá, tu empatía y disposición a la justicia me han enseñado a amar en abundancia y a rechazar la indiferencia. Papá, tu ética de trabajo y apoyo constante me han enseñado a ser disciplinada y servicial. Eduardo e Isa, mis héroes y mejores amigos. Siempre seré esa niñita que los sigue a todas partes, que pide su misma comida y busca cómo imitarlo en cualquier sentido. Lo amo. Ana, Silvia, Nico y Samantha. Se dice que tus amigos son el reflejo de quién eres. Qué orgullo ser divertida como Ana, sabia como Silvia creativa como Nicolette y cariñosa como Samantha. Gracias por su amistad. Seniors 2026, gracias por ser una clase llena de diversos talentos, desde la música hasta los números, los chistes hasta los debates y desde la moda hasta los deportes. También gracias por nunca carecer alegría. Pudimos haber pasado horas completando formularios y reescribiendo 1000 veces nuestros ensayos personales, pero nunca faltó una buena risa que nos devolviera la esperanza. Les pido que mantengamos esa actitud. Esta nueva etapa está llena de incertidumbre y para enfrentarla necesitamos positividad. Si hay algo que la universidad nos promete, es la adversidad. Yo odiaba esta palabra porque exige incomodidad, casi que implica fracasos, pero no es así. Mi primer adversario fueron los números. Decidí a rechazar cualquier cosa que supusiera un reto. Elena de quinto grado detestaba las matemáticas. Me generó muchísima ansiedad y queriendo escapar del miedo me mantuve lo más lejos del tema. Pero al correrme de ellas, no me daba cuenta que en verdad las matemáticas me resultaban tan interesantes. Inicialmente no me di la oportunidad de intentar mejorar, porque había decidido que cualquier cosa difícil era algo que no valía la pena intentar. Sin embargo, hoy, ante ustedes, estoy graduándome con estadística avanzada y cálculo avanzado. No tenemos motivos para desconfiar lo difícil. Ansiedad, miedo, tristeza y duda. No hay emoción humana que no pueda ser subvertida y puesto al servicio de uno mismo. Llegamos a situaciones en las que sentimos que no rendimos más, que nuestra fortaleza se agota, pero en este desgaste que nos fortalecemos. La adversidad nos da una oportunidad para entregarnos, vulnerables a la vida, y regresar experimentados y transformados. Si no hubiera aceptado el reto de las matemáticas, jamás hubiera superado mi miedo. No teman las dificultades, teman la comodidad de quedarse inmóviles. Tal vez todos los desafíos de la vida que parecen ecuaciones imposibles de resolver sean solo la operación más simple de todas, tomar acción. Tal vez la incertidumbre solo es una sed de cambio y aventura. Y tal vez todo lo aterrador sea en el fondo algo indefenso que necesita nuestra ayuda. Tengan paciencia con todas las preguntas y dudas que los atormentan y traten de amarlas. No se frustren si no descifran las respuestas, pues si no las pueden encontrar, si no las han podido vivir. Lo que más importa estos años es vivir en el presente. Exploren el mundo, no importa que fracasen. Quizás entonces, poco a poco, sin darse cuenta, al vivir la vida irán encontrando sus respuestas. Cuando surjan preocupaciones, simplemente eduquen sus pensamientos, cuestionen la base en que se forman y pídanle evidencia de su relevancia. De tal manera, las preocupaciones, en lugar de ser destructivas, se convertirán en tus mejores aliadas. Y si tengo algo más que decirles, es esto. No crean que las personas que le dirigen estas palabras de inspiración ha descifrado su vida. Tampoco vayan a pensar que ella es naturalmente valiente o fuerte. Todo lo contrario. Pero precisamente porque he vivido dudas, miedos e incertidumbres, pude encontrar las palabras que hoy les comparto. Clase del 2026. Atrévanse a vivir retando el miedo. Felicidades a todos y muchas gracias.
Thank you, Elena, for sharing those wonderful memories. Our IT department has prepared a short video capturing the memories of the class of 2026. Let us enjoy the videos.
tus pasos que marcan caminos, a los corazones que siembran amores, todas esas manos que cuidan mi hoguera, por cada semilla que en la tierra espera. Canto agradecido, canto al despertar por todo lo vivido y aún lo que vendrá. Han sido tantos años mirándote llegar, son tantos los recuerdos que empacas al volar. Lleva en tu camino a Dios y su verdad, ama sin medida en cada momento. Han sido tantos años de verte caminar. Aquí no hay despedidas, siempre seré tu hogar. Gracias al que siempre abrazó mis miedos, dio una guía clara que alumbró mis sueños, a la voz sencilla que enciende canciones, al eco del mundo en mis emociones. Canto agradecido, canto al despertar por todo lo vivido y aún lo que vendrá. Han sido tantos años mirándote llegar, son tantos los recuerdos que empacas al volar. Lleva en tu camino a Dios y su verdad, ama sin medida en cada momento. Han sido tantos años de verte caminar. Aquí no hay despedidas, siempre seré tu hogar.
In representation of St. Augustine's Parents Association, I would like to invite Ms. Javiera Hurtado to the stage to announce the recipient of this year's Parents Association Award.
Estimados Padre Isael da Silva, Junta Directiva del Colegio, padres de familia, invitados especiales, queridos seniors de la clase del 2026. Gracias a Dios hemos llegado a esta celebración tan especial para todos los presentes. Como padres, compartimos con ustedes el orgullo y la felicidad de ver que sus hijos, con el apoyo y dedicación de esta comunidad educativa, culminan esta etapa de su vida. Nuestros seniors se han venido formando bajo 3 pilares fundamentales que son la misión del colegio: pensar con claridad, actuar con integridad y amar con generosidad. En nombre de la Asociación de Padres de Familia, vengo a entregarle el premio APF al alumno que se ha distinguido por mejor representar cada uno de estos valores. El nombre del ganador de este premio estará grabado en una placa que se sumará a los 13 ganadores premios, exhibida permanentemente en la recepción del colegio. La elección del ganador del premio APF se realiza por medio de un proceso de votación que involucra a los profesores de secundaria, que a lo largo de los últimos 4 años han convivido con los alumnos de esta clase y han sido testigos de su desarrollo personal, intelectual y social. Sin duda, no fue una selección fácil, pues hay grandes talentos entre todos ustedes. Este año, el alumno que recibe el premio es una persona ejemplar que personifica los valores de liderazgo, compromiso y servicio en nuestra comunidad escolar. Participó activamente en actividades culturales y artísticas del colegio, enriqueciendo la vida estudiantil con su creatividad y entusiasmo. Su dedicación al servicio comunitario se refleja en las múltiples iniciativas en las que colaboró y en el área del deporte demostró disciplina y perseverancia. También se destaca por tener un gran espíritu emprendedor. A lo largo de los años ha demostrado constantemente dedicación, responsabilidad y excelencia académica en su vida estudiantil. Su desempeño académico y calidad humana la convierten en una estudiante verdaderamente destacada. Dicho todo esto, es un gran gusto para mí anunciar que el premio APF 2026 ha sido otorgado a Marta Isabel Gutiérrez Mendioroz. Muchas felicidades, Marta.
Thank you, Mrs. Hurtado. The Call to Service Award recognizes a student from the graduating class who has demonstrated an outstanding commitment to service within our school community and beyond. The recipient is selected by the school headmaster in consultation with the secondary school principal, the student life coordinator. The award recipient will receive a diploma. A donation will be made in his or her name to a charity of her choice. A plaque with the recipient's name will also be placed on our school campus. This year's recipient has truly gone above and beyond the service to others, graduating with service hours that go far beyond the required amount. She has been a dedicated community builder through her work with NHS, Fides, and Tesoros de Dios. She has consistently offered a helping hand to her classmates and provided unconditional support to her teammates in the varsity volleyball team. For all these reasons, the recipient of this year's Call to Service Award is Silvia Argentina Herrera Mendoza. I now ask our headmaster, Mr. Oyanguren, to join us on stage for the presentation of the award. At this time, I would like to invite the valedictorian of our class of 2026 to the stage, Nicolette Marie Lourdes Boheme Palmar.
Buenos días, Padre Isael, miembros de la Junta Directiva, familiares, profesores, staff del colegio y en especial a mi clase del 2026. Me siento realmente honrada de recibir este reconocimiento de parte del colegio. Quería empezar agradeciendo a los que me ayudaron a llegar acá, porque todos mis logros se los debo a ellos. Doy gracias a Dios por mis dones y mis bendiciones de cada día. Mamá y papá, gracias por empujarme a salir de mi zona de confort e inspirarme con su dedicación a todo. Gracias a mis hermanos, Chele, por ser una voz honesta, y Monique por ser mi apoyo incondicional. Las Pukis, Ana L., Samis y Sylvie, gracias por ser alegres, leales y cariñosas. Son las mejores amigas que pude haber tenido. Yaya, gracias por ser como otra hermana y comprender lo que nadie más puede. Le doy gracias a mi abuelita por guiarme en mi fe y a los profesores por fomentar mi curiosidad. Finalmente, gracias a la clase del 2026 por las memorias y la oportunidad de crecer con ustedes. Muchas veces Dios nos lleva por caminos inesperados. A Abraham, que no podía tener hijos, lo hizo padre de generaciones. A David, un simple pastor, lo mandó a gobernar una nación. Y a mí, que odio hablar en público, me puso acá arriba. Estoy segura que ni Abraham ni David sabían lo que los esperaba. Como ellos, al comienzo podemos sentirnos inciertos o incapaces de seguir adelante, porque no sabemos qué nos espera en el futuro. Sin embargo, hay una certeza en la que siempre podemos confiar. Dios tiene un plan para cada uno de nosotros. Yo sé, esto lo escuchamos a cada rato. Nos lo dicen nuestros papás, tíos y el sacerdote. Dios tiene un plan, pero no muchos saben qué implica esto. No se trata de que todo lo que nos pasa es por voluntad de Dios, ni que nuestro futuro ya está escrito en piedra. Para mí, significa que Dios ya sabe lo que nos va a hacer feliz a cada uno, y Él puede sacar algo bueno de todo lo que nos pasa. Este año, a los seniors nos tocaron varias inconveniencias que en este momento parecían retos. A los chavalos los sacaron de la cafetería de abajo. Las prácticas de baile nunca eran lo suficientemente largas, y muchos no entraron a su opción preferida de universidad. Aún así, entre todas las complicaciones que tuvimos, algo bueno salió de cada situación. Los chavalos por fin pudieron sentarse todos juntos en el gimnasio. En el relajo de los ensayos de baile, la clase se unió y nos divertimos. Hasta los rechazos de universidades abrieron paso para que se formaran nuevas amistades entre nosotros. No todo va a salir como nos lo imaginamos inicialmente, pero de cada imprevisto se aprende. Cada momento caótico se vuelve memorable y de cada situación nos puede ayudar a salir adelante. Él nos concedió virtudes y talentos diseñados especialmente para el tipo de bien que veía que haríamos en este planeta. Yo he crecido con esta clase desde PK4 y soy testigo de las cosas maravillosas que mis compañeros han logrado cuando ponen sus dones a trabajar. He visto cómo algunos han creado fundaciones desde cero y las han transformado en operaciones impactantes y exitosas. He visto a mis amigas más cercanas perseverar todos los días, ya sea dedicándose a escribir un buen ensayo en cada clase de inglés o esforzándose por terminar un examen de IPStats. He visto cómo los estudiantes más platicones de la clase tienen grandes habilidades de liderazgo. Nuestra clase está llena de talentos. Hay artistas, deportistas, cantantes, debatientes y más. Ahora que vamos a salir al mundo independientes, es esencial que aprovechemos estos talentos y que los usemos para el bien. Si hay algo que les quisiera dejar a la clase del 2026, es esto. Cuando se sientan sin norte, no se desanimen. Respiren profundo y oren a Dios por paciencia, fortaleza y por su ayuda. Acepten su plan con humildad, porque Él sabe cuál es el mejor camino para nosotros. Cuando tengan dudas sobre sus capacidades o confusión sobre su propósito,
Recuerden que Dios nos dio virtudes a través de las cuales podemos producir más bien de lo que nos imaginamos ahora. Por eso es importantísimo que lo fomenten. Usen sus dones con generosidad, usen sus talentos para servir a otros y aprovechen nuevas oportunidades. Recuerden que aun cuando no estamos seguros del futuro o de qué paso tomar, tenemos la certeza de que, sea cual sea el problema que tengamos, nos podemos apoyar en Dios, porque Él puede sacar algo bueno de cualquier circunstancia. Él no falla. Gracias y felicidades a la clase del 2026.
Thank you, Nicolette, for sharing your wonderful words. I now welcome Mr. Josoyan Gooden to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Nicolas Arguello.
I'm happy to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mr. Nicolás Arguello Solórzano. Nicolás has spent his career working to alleviate poverty and create opportunity in communities that need it most. He holds a Bachelor of Arts with honors in economics and theology from the University of Notre Dame, a master's degree in international development from Columbia University, and a Master of Business Administration from the University of Oxford, where he was awarded the Scholarship for Social Entrepreneurship. He serves as Executive Vice President of Food for the Poor, where he's in charge of strategy and international operations. Nicolás is also a friend of nearly 20 years. I first met Nicolás when he reached out to me to discuss his project of teaching theology to high school students from different schools in Managua. For a few years, Nicolás also served our school community by being a member of our advisory board. I consider Nicolás a model of the ideals expressed in our school mission. He is a man who thinks with clarity, acts with integrity, and loves with generosity. And for these reasons, I am grateful to have him as our guest speaker here today. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nicolás Arguello Solórzano.
When I was your age, I was terrified of speaking in public, of being challenged, of exposing my stupidity. Era tartamudo, but the stutter wasn't physical, it was fear. The words were in my head, I just couldn't get them out. I had no strong opinions, I felt dumb. My inner thought was always, what do I know? When time came to apply to college, I sat down to write the personal statement, and I simply couldn't. There was nothing about me interesting enough to put on a page. The deadline was days away, and I was still drawing blanks. My cousin arrived and said, I'll help you write this on one condition. Read this book, The Unaborted Socrates, by Peter Kraft. It was a Socratic dialogue on the topic of abortion. It was the only book I had ever read for pleasure, and probably the only book I had ever really understood. I applied to 8 colleges. I got into 2. The schools that accepted me were Villanova and American University. Villanova would have been the safe choice. Catholic, my friends were there, I had visited. But I went to American instead, persuaded by my parents. And get this, American accepted me to the spring semester. I read the letter, I committed. A few weeks later, a friend of mine came home, saw the letter on my table, and said, wait, spring? That means next year, January, you'd be missing a whole semester. I did not know that. 12 years of education in English defeated by a single word. I panicked. By the time I figured it out, it was too late to go back to Villanova. So I called American and begged for a spot in the fall. They offered me a place in a special 44-student program for political science majors. Whatever it takes, I said yes. But I had no business being there. I knew nothing about politics. I sat in silence for weeks, scared of being called on. Until one day, the topic turned to abortion. And for the first time in my life, I had something to say. All thanks to that book my cousin made me read. I found my voice defending something that I believed was true. But it cost me. As the only Christian in the cohort, I was constantly challenged, ridiculed for believing in a God who allows children to suffer. On the first day of my moral philosophy class, my professor stood up and said, "Let's begin with what we can prove, that God does not exist." I started to doubt my own faith, and I looked for God on campus. The only thing I could find was this quirky thing called the Spiritual Life Center. And tucked away in the basement was a small Catholic office. I asked the priest, Father Woods, if he had a few minutes. We talked for 2 hours. It was the first time I had heard an intelligent and frankly beautiful defense of the Catholic faith. Father Woods invited me back, 5 to 7, every Tuesday to his office, for as long as I was at American. That standing appointment changed my life. American University wasn't what I wanted. I wanted Boston College or Georgetown. American wasn't my plan. But it is what I would choose now if I had to choose again. At American, I became fascinated by the study of God, theology. But American didn't offer a theology major. So I applied to transfer to Notre Dame. I didn't get in. I applied again. I didn't get in. I applied a third time. I finally got in. And here's something I hope you remember the next time you don't get what you want. A closed door is one of two things. Sometimes it is God saying, "Not there, go somewhere else." Sometimes it is God saying, "Not yet, I'm not done preparing you." For me, Notre Dame was not yet. The hard part is learning to tell the difference. At Notre Dame, I took courses on economic injustice and the problem of evil. They marked me. I began to look at my own life, easy, painless, comfortable, and I thought about people deep in poverty, in real suffering. Sometimes I would cry in class. Why me? Why them? I didn't just feel blessed, I felt too blessed, guilty. A verse from the Gospel of Luke haunted me. To whom much has been given, much will be required. I couldn't shake it. I still can't. So I came to believe, slowly and against the Nicaraguan tide, that God was calling me to serve the poor. But I was no saint. I wanted to serve the poor and be impressive doing it. I wanted the prestigious organization, the good salary, the title. During my last semester of college, I applied to about 30 jobs. The United Nations, World Bank, Bain, Accenture, international agencies in Washington. I was rejected by every single one. So I ended up 4 hours north of here in Ocotal, giving tiny loans to very poor people. Months later, I joined a foundation in Managua. At the foundation, I could say yes to almost anyone in need. It was really beautiful. One day, a priest asked me if I could help a very remote community called Siksayari. Of course, I said yes. It took us 4 days to get there, almost 19 hours on a panga up a river. We arrived to a Mosquito community that did not speak Spanish, had no electricity, no doctor, no running water. Women would die in childbirth. We raised the money and built a water system, a school, and a maternity home. We brought in a lancha ambulancia and some solar panels, and I was there for the first time that community had ever celebrated Mass at night. None of that would have happened had I gotten those jobs I applied to. At 22, I wanted an office in Washington. I ended up in a panga in the Mosquitia. Don't optimize for the name on the building. Optimize for where God can use you most. After 3 years at the foundation, I went to grad school. And I was certain of my next step, my dream job, Catholic Relief Services, CRS, one of the biggest charities in the world. I made it to the final round. I flew to DC to interview for a competitive position in Africa. I didn't get it, and it hurt. Instead, I went to Oxford for a second master's, and while I was finishing there, I got a call. The general manager at the foundation in Managua was dying of cancer. They needed me to take over. Had CRS said yes, I would have never gone to Oxford. Had I not gone to Oxford, I would not have been free at the exact moment the foundation needed me. The rejection I most regretted was the one that made the rest of my life possible. Because Nicaragua, not Africa, is where my future wife was. And since God has a sense of humor, after many years doing humanitarian work, today is my last day in this chapter of my life. And I don't know where God is leading me. I am, like you, stepping into the unknown. And the unknown is exactly what discernment is for. Discernment is figuring out what God wants for you in a particular decision through prayer, scripture, advice, patience. Not what you want, not what you think you want, not what your family wants, not what looks good on a resume or on Instagram, but what God wants. In the most important decisions of your life, what to study, who to marry, where to serve, it's the only question that truly matters. The biggest discernment in my life was about my wife. I had been in serious relationships before. A few times I thought, this is the one, but I was wrong every time. I realized that I could not trust my own judgment about the most important things in life. So when Sophie and I began dating, I did something I had never done before. I asked God to choose for me. For about a year, I entered a serious period of discernment. I read a book on Ignatian discernment, did a 4-day silent retreat, and I even did things that made no sense, sheerly out of obedience to my spiritual director. Some people told me, te desconozco. I kept going. For the first time, I prayed to be free of my own desires, to genuinely want whatever God wanted, even if the answer was no. And clarity came, slowly, event after confirmed event, until the very last day when I woke up at 3 a.m, opened the Bible to a random gospel passage, and read the verse that sealed it for me. Something may surprise you. I really liked Sophie, but I wasn't yet in love when I knew it was her. I bought the ring anyway. But by the time I asked her to marry me, I was completely in love. God knew before I did. Trusting that God is writing my story has given me a kind of joy and deep-seated peace that I had never known. I used to be anxious about so many things, about job, about my future, whether I'd find the right person. And here's the secret. You don't have to get it perfectly right. The desire to please God is in itself pleasing to Him. The most important things in my life are things I did not originally want. And every one of them is what I would choose now if I had to choose again. There's one idea that explains all of this. It's from Peter Kraft, whose book I read that changed my life. God writes the story of our lives with the pen strokes of our own free choices. I'll say it again. God writes the story of our lives with the pen strokes of our own free choices. You hold the pen. Your choices are yours. Your freedom is real. God doesn't move you like a puppet. But the story, the shape of the whole, that is His. He takes your pen strokes and composes them into something you couldn't have designed and you wouldn't have chosen. Y Dios todo lo hace bien. My pen strokes, His story. This is true of your bad choices too, the things you regret, your wounds. He redeems those. He doesn't waste anything, not your suffering, not your stupidity, not even your sin. I am not Peter Kraft or St. Augustine. I am a man with a normal life, plenty of doubts and failures. But what I can tell you from 41 years of my own jagged life is that St. Augustine was spot on about one thing. Nothing in this world will be enough for you. Not the school, not the job, not the relationship, not the money. Only God is enough. Your patron saint spent much of his life looking for happiness in everything that God wasn't. When he finally found Him, he said, "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you." You've heard this since you were children. It is the inheritance of this school. Every dissatisfaction you will feel in college, every heartbreak, every dream that dies, every party that doesn't deliver, is your heart telling you the truth. You were made for more. You were not made to be filled by anything less than God. You are graduates. You are not just graduates of a Catholic school. You are graduates of St. Augustine's school. Carry his restlessness with you. Don't silence it. Let it lead you to Christ. Class of 2026, congratulations, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Arguello, for that very inspiring message. Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. Will the members of the class of 2026 please rise as I call your name, come up to the stage, and collect your high school diploma. Fernando Jose Aguirre-Lao. Fernando is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in finance at Texas Christian University. Camila Isabel Bermúdez Ahlers. Camila will major in Communication Sciences and Disorders at Baylor University. Nicolette Marie Lourdes Gómez Maomar. Nicolette is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in chemical engineering at Notre Dame University. Elena María Caldera Guerrero. Elena is a Questbridge Scholar, member for our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in biology at Emory University. Ricardo José Castellón Valdivia. Ricardo will major in marketing at Purdue University. Andrea Giselle Castillo Jaén. Andrea is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a candidate to receive the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in psychology and educational studies at Davidson College. Miguel José Chamorro Pasos. Miguel will major in exploratory studies and economics at Purdue University. Josette Javiera Cornejo Exprúa. Josette will major in art history at CEU University in São Paulo, Spain. Andrés Coronel Castillo. Andrés is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a candidate to receive the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in mechanical engineering at Virginia Tech University. Juan Ignacio Coronel Domínguez. Juan Ignacio will major in business analytics at Clark University. Marta Lucía de la Jara Holman. Marta will major in architecture at Universidad Americana. Richard José Downing Baez. Richard will major in entrepreneurship and finance at Babson College. Cristina Carolina Estava Robleto. Cristina is a member of our National Honor Society chapter and will major in strategic communications at Texas Christian University. Ali Jose Farad Sampson. Ali is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in mechanical engineering at Loyola University of Maryland. Asdrúbal Alfredo Flores Gutiérrez. Asdrúbal has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award and will major in business, organizations, and management at Gettysburg College. Fabio Santiago Gadea Alemán. Fabio is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in finance at Tecnológico de Monterrey. Samantha Lucía Gaitán Jarquín. Samantha has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award and will major in behavioral neuroscience at St. Edward's University. Ariana Belén Gaitán Manzanares. Ariana is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in law at Universidad Americana. Paulina Alejandra Girola Teffel. Paulina is a member of our National Honor Society chapter and will major in marketing at Texas Christian University. Isabel Guadalupe Gutiérrez Hueso. Isabel will major in medicine at Universidad de los Andes in Bogotá. Marta Isabel Gutiérrez Mendioros. Marta is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in global business at Tecnológico de Monterrey. Annalise Gutiérrez Ortega. Annalise will major in dentistry at Universidad Americana. Silvia Argentina Herrera Mendoza. Sylvia is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a candidate to receive the AP Seminar and Research Certificate, and will major in psychology at Universidad de Navarra. Paulina María Orviler Villa. Paulina has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a candidate to receive the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in Business Administration at Northeastern University. Santiago José Huc Callejas. Santiago will major in Business Administration at Santa Fe College. Ana Irene Hasir Lacayo. Anna will major in Management and Advertisement at Southern Methodist University. Sofia Emma Klappenbach Lantero. Sophia will study Business Administration at Miami-Dade College. Alfredo Alejandro Levi Guzmán. Alfredo will major in Business, Organizations, and Management at Gettysburg College. Mia Lugo Montealegre. Mia will major in Behavioral Neuroscience at St. Edward's University. Bianca Nicolette Mansell Gatti. Bianca is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in Psychology and Entrepreneurship at Loyola University in New Orleans. Julian Lynn Mills Bucardo. Julian is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in Politics and International Affairs at Wake Forest University. Ariana Gabriela Navarrete Malespín. Ariana is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in Marketing and Entrepreneurial Business at Tulane University. Isabela Lucía Noguera Salvo. Isabella has earned the President's Academic Achievement Award and will major in Design and Marketing at Tulane University. Sebastián Ignacio Pasos Bosa. Sebastián still undecided. He will attend Texas Christian University. Indiana Carolina Pérez Martínez. Indiana is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, and will major in Business Administration at Holt International Business School. Giancarlo Pilato Conrado. Giancarlo is a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Seminar and Research Certificate, and will major in Business Administration and Economics at University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. José Joaquín Cuadra Zavala. Jose will major in finance and entrepreneurship at Texas Christian University. Ana Sofía Reyes González. Ana will major in business administration at Universidad de Navarra. Pamela Lucía Salazar Rosales. Pamela is a Questbridge Scholar, a member of our National Honor Society chapter, has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a candidate to receive the AP Capstone Diploma, and will major in Mechanical Engineering and Manufacturing Engineering at Boston University. Daisy Francesca Salvo González. Francesca will major in Baking and Pastry Arts and Hospitality at Johnson & Wales University. Antonella Marisa Solís Mendieta. Antonella plans to study in Spain. Matías de Jesús Solórzano Mendieta. Matías has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award, is a recipient of the AP Seminar and Research Certificate, and will major in Business Administration at Southern Methodist University. Montserrat Solórzano Teffel. Montserrat has earned the President's Educational Excellence Award and will major in Design and Marketing at Tulane University. Germán David Vargas Munkel. Germán will major in Business Administration at Florida International University. Pío Sebastián Vega Alegría. Pío will major in business at Texas Christian University. Miguel Enrique Vélez Lanzas. Miguel will major in Business, Organizations, and Society at Franklin and Marshall College. Graduates, please rise. Now that you stand before us with your diplomas, proof of your discipline and hard work, it is time to acknowledge those close to you who have supported you all along the way. Please turn around, face your loved ones, and give them a well-deserved round of applause. Graduates, please turn around. To symbolize your official transition to graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left side. I present to you the class of 2026. I kindly ask everyone to remain in place until the academic procession is complete. This concludes our celebration with St. Augustine's Preparatory School's 16th graduating class. We cordially invite graduates, families, faculty members, and friends to join us for a reception in honor of the graduates. Have everyone a good day.